ॐ ॐ यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै ब्रह्मदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशम् मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादीनगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतन्त्रस्वतन्त्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शङ्करार्याय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनाम् मुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिं मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेवयतीश्वरैः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानामुपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल कृष्णः सन्निहितो भवेदो। So today's topic is Adhyaropa, because Adhyaropa is the part of the process through which the Shruti Upanishads reveal the nature of Paramatma. So, in the process through which Shruti reveals, it is called as Adhyaropa Apavada. Adhyaropa means superimposition, and Apavada means the removal of superimposition. Technically, it is, the word for it is desuperimposition. So now we have been provided with the technical words, but we need to understand what exactly is the meaning of those words. And throughout the text, then we will see the whole process of Adhyaropa and Apavada. Tatra Adhyaropo Nam. Now, Tatra means Putra. In the process of revealing the nature of Parmeshwara, Tatra, there, dealing with that. Now, the earlier part of the text ended by saying that it is therefore essential, mandatory for every mumukshu to know the process of adhyaropa apavad. Mumukshu meaning the seeker who is desirous of liberation is called as mumukshu. So thus he who has recognized the fact that liberation is the purushartha, is that what I am primarily seeking in my life. Now, I will tell you about the two categories of mumukshu also before we go to adhyaropa, since we are dealing with the word mumukshu. So, mumukshu means a person who is seeking liberation. Muktumichuhu, mumukshu. Uh, the one who is desirous of liberation, wanting to be free. So thus, the seeker who primarily sees, who sees liberation as the goal of his life is a mumukshu. So there are these two types. One, two types in the sense they are not like as if a choice, but they are the gradual stages of evolution in a seeker. So the one who says that I may have other desires in my life, but my primary desire is the desire for liberation. This desire for liberation in other scriptures, other places, you may also come across as the one who is desirous of Parameshwara alone. So it is perfectly okay to say it that way. He who wants Paramatma alone is called as Mumukshu. That's perfectly okay. So he who sees this as his primary Purushartha, there may be other Purusharthas too. So he says that I may have other desires, but those desires are not my primary desires. This is my primary desire. So there are other desires, but along with that, there is moksha, which is the main desire. As we all are aware that all our reactions, all our responses, emotions, interactions with the world are always directed by our desires. So also, how do you see this world? How do you deal with this world? How do you respond to this world? What do you choose from this world? What are the experiences with the world that you assimilate? And what is it that you let go? Is all determined by the desires in the person. So now, he who is such a mumukshu, he says that there may be other concerns in my life, my children, etc., my wife, so on and so forth. But now I can recognize mumuksha as the real desire. There is yet another stage, the evolved stage, where the person says, I have no other desire except the desire for moksha. So you see, both these people are spiritual seekers. But what is the difference that you see in them is that the first one is saying that along with other desires, there is mumuksha. And the other person is saying I have no other desire except the desire for moksha. So this transition from the desire for liberation along with other desires is where the karma yoga comes into the picture. Because the moksha is also a viveki. What does this viveki person say? And how does he understand himself and the world around him? He says that, well, I have other desires, but I also recognize that every desire is in some way or the other an impediment. It is an impediment. So now he says that I have to deal with these desires which are impediments to moksha in such a way that now these desires slowly will wither away. Do you see this? And therefore he does his sadhana in the form of karma yoga. So him doing the karma is not for the sake of fulfillment of desires, but him doing the karma is for the sake of duty. And he sees this duty, kartavya, as what? The worship of Ishvara. And therefore, now this his karma is not desire oriented, but is kartavya oriented. As a result, now those earlier the karma was driven by desire. Now that driving force is replaced by yet another pious force called as the kartavya buddhi. This is whether I like it or not, but this is my kartavyam. He does not say that I am doing a particular thing because I like it. He says, I am doing it because it is appropriate to do. And this then also becomes his way of worshipping Paramatma. Teneshasya vidhiyatam apachitihi kamye matistyachyatam. This is how I worship Parameshwara. So he is a karma yogi. The other person, now let us look at his psychology, wherein he says that I have no other desire, and therefore only desire is this desire for liberation. Now, please tell, what is it that is truly going to give me? And this person asks the question, who is the second type of moksha, as what is it that is going to give me what I truly want? And that is, I want only moksha. Is it praja? Is it dhanam? Is it popularity, power, going to heavenly abode? What is it that is going to give me liberation? So that question of his is then answered by Shruti, which says, na karmana, na prajaya, dhanena. So all those options then are directly ruled out. So now we understand that karma of any nature One type of karma is the karma meant for acquiring dhanam. One type of karma is meant for acquiring praja. Another type of karma is meant for acquiring the pitruloka or other lokas. So some karma is mental karma, some karma is physical karma. Actually, you are doing that. None of these karmas are truly the sadhana. They are not the sadhana for my, which will give what I want. You see? And therefore, what happens to this person is that he gives up karma because that is not my sadhana. If it is not my sadhana, why will I take to it? For example, when you are cooking food in your kitchen and you have the vessel kept on the this thing stove, then you want to turn the whatever the ingredients and things in the vessel are. What will you use? Will you use a ladle or will you use the, what do they call, pakkad? Pakkad ko kya kehte hain in English? What do you call it? Yeah. You know what is pakkad, right? Chansi. क्या बोलते हैं जिनल तुमको पता है क्या बोलते हैं?
कुछ तो बोलते हैं, मैं देखती हूँ इंटरनेट पर।
कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है। So what you want to turn things inside. What will you use? You tell me. You will take to ladle. Hey, you even if you are holding the pakad, you will give it up. Why? Because it is not the sadhanam. So also karma, when karma is not the sadhanam for what I want to accomplish, naturally, what will this person do? He will give up the karma. So now, therefore, there is sarva karma sannyasa. You see? So in sannyas, why is there this sannyas? Because that is not the sadhanam. And this person has nothing else to gain. Not even he says that antakarana shuddhi, which is the result of nishkama karma, that where up to what point is this nishkama karma the sadhanam? Till the antakaran becomes shuddha, till the point where no other desire except the desire for Parameshwara prevails. No other desire to compete with this. You understand? So this person has got absolutely no conflict inside, whether I should do, choose to Paramatma or I should go for Praja, Dhanam, etc. No conflict. What does he clearly see? That only Parameshwara, nothing else that I want. Thus now, therefore, there is in his life what gets fructified? Sarva karma sannyasa. And therefore, tyagena eke amritattva manashuko. Now, what is that sannyasa meant for? To accomplish sannyasa. Now, I'm talking about proper sannyasa, okay? Sarva karma sannyasa is meant to accomplish mumuksha. Correct? Moksha is what I want. Therefore, now this person, and how is this moksha accomplished? By knowing Parameshwara. So what is it that is there through sannyasa? Only the Shravana Manana Niridhyasanam, through which the knowledge is had. That is the only life of sannyas. So sannyas is not meant so that you can open a goshala, open an orphanage, No, for Samaj Kalyan, no. Hey, you don't need to be a sannyasi to do some Samaj Seva. All that you need, then a grihastha can do Samaj Seva. But you don't need to be a sannyasi for that reason. Therefore, in sannyas, what is there? It is just very plain Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. Shravanam Mananam of what? Of the Shruti, meaning actualizing the process of Adhyaropa Apava. It is only that's why it is called as the Jnana Marga. It is the Jnana Marga or the Jnana Yoga. So now you see the Bhakti Yoga accompanied with karma becomes the Karma Yoga. And where has this Karma Yoga brought you to? The Karma Yoga has brought you to Jnana Yoga. And therefore, how does Bhashyakara Bhagavan Shankaracharya see this? He sees this as the gradual upgradation of the mumuksha. You see, therefore, there is tyagena eke amritatva manushu, and that tyaga means renunciation, which means sarva karma sannyasa. You understand? And through sannyasa, only the jnana prapti is what is wanted. And therefore, there is this only given to the person's commitment is only to jnana prapti. Okay, only for the gain of this knowledge. How is this Atma Brahman? Is that all the person now simply wants to know? Understand? He wants to know, not that he believes Atma is Brahman. Okay, he says that, well, we have certain faith in the Shruti as the Pramana. And when the Shruti says that Atma is Brahman, I have that acceptance. Though I have the acceptance, yet I am not able to see, understand it completely. What is the meaning of Atma? What is the meaning of Brahman? How then can I understand Atma is Brahman? And therefore now he gives himself to only the pursuit of knowledge by relinquishing every other sadhana. Okay? And that every other sadhana means the karma. Because you have karma as the sadhanam for praja, you have karma as the sadhanam for dhanam, you have karma as the sadhanam for swargadi loka, correct? And therefore, this is given up. It is not given up. Karma is not given up because, like Arjuna wants to give up karma, because he sees that his duty, his karma, is quite violent karma, though it is his duty, but so that's why the extreme example is chosen to make us understand. So Bhagavad Gita is not prodding all of us to take to war or battle. Tasmad Yudhyasva is not Shri Krishna's Adesh, therefore keep fighting. Oh no, Krishna is not at all in the paksha, on the side of fighting or in the side of violence. That Arjuna's duty at that moment is to fight the battle. And therefore Krishna is telling that Yudhyasva means kartavyam kuru. Karma kuru means kartavyam kuru. So Arjuna says, I don't want to fight, I don't want to take to this battle. Because now Arjuna has found a valid reason that I want only liberation, And that liberation is had through sarva karma sannyasa. Now this suits my agenda. As it is, I do not want to do the karma because it is unpleasant. Because not every time your duty is going to be pleasant. Not every time what you must do is not going to be pleasant, pleasing to you. Therefore, no, I want to give it up. I don't want to do it. Now he finds that there is a valid reason, and that is this. So Shri Krishna says, no, the reason why you are giving up is because you find it convenient. Because you find it convenient. So convenience is not the criteria over here. What is the criteria? The criteria for giving up the karma, relinquishing the karma, is that no other desire other than mumuksha. Did Arjuna, this is how Arjuna's life is. Arjuna has all the 12 years that he was there and 1 year of incognito. Huh? All those 13 years, Arjuna was simply preparing for this battle. He was not preparing so that one day I can, give up karma and sit over there uh, peacefully contemplating on how Atma is Brahman. No, this is not what Arjuna wanted. Arjuna was very clear that there is injustice done, and this is therefore I want the kingdom. I want it back. And I also want to teach a lesson to those people who have insulted the entire womanhood by insulting Draupadi. And I don't want to set the precedence of wrong to be recognized as right. Therefore, I will fight the battle. Here, therefore, Arjuna's primary goal is not mumuksha, nor is Arjuna's the only goal is moksha. But he comes to realize that how ephemeral all these goals are. Therefore, now he sees that, well, mumuksha is there, but the mumuksha is not the only desire which is driving Arjuna's life. Therefore, Shri Krishna says, Arjuna, though it is true that it is tyagena eke, and that's why this whole discussion in Bhagavad Gita, in all of the chapters, is about renunciation and doing the karma. Is not it? Why is it centering around renunciation and doing the karma? Is because Arjuna has already understood that this mumuksha will be fulfilled through sarva karma sannyasa. So therefore, tyagena eke amritatva manashuko. Thus, but how will this Parmeshwara be known? Through adhyaropa apavada. What is the adhyaropa? Shuktikayam rajatavat, rajjau sarpavat, sthano purushavaccha, nishprapancha atmavastuni prapancharupaha. Now we understand that the rajatam, meaning the silver, is absent in all the three periods of time. Where? In the silversmith's shop or in the shuktika, in the knacker. Where is it absent? So it is absent in the knacker, correct? The shell, because the shell was not silver before, is not silver or cannot be silver. Similarly, the sarpa is also absent in all the three periods of time, where in the zoo, in the jungle, or in the rope, in the rope. So the serpent is also seen where it is absent in all the three periods. So there is absolute absence of the sarpa. But it is seen exactly where the sarpa is totally absent. The silver is also seen there where it is totally absent. This chore, what is the thief, the robber is also seen in the sthanu, in the stump of the tree. So is the stump of the tree a robber, or was it a robber, or is it going to be a robber later on? There is no possibility. And therefore, this Purusha is totally absent in all the three periods, where in that stump of the tree sthano. So thus, all these things, what is the common thing that you have discovered about Rajata, Sarpa, and Purusha in the three examples? What is the common principle that you have discovered is that it is all these three are seen exactly there where they are totally absent. Correct? Where they are totally absent. Shuktikayam Rajatavat Rajau Sarpavat Sthano Purushavacha. So also now you understand what is the main adhyaropa. It means that this prapancha, what is the prapancha? All that you see, the whole entire drishyam is prapancha. Okay? All this. So prapancham is not just, your ghar parivar. Prapancham means everything which is the entire range of anatma padartha. Everything that can be categorically recognized as not the self. Okay? Anatma padartha. So this is all going to come under prapancha. We will see how. Even the body, the senses, the mind, the pranas. What is all this? This is also the part of that anatma vastu, anatma varga, the class of non-self, not nonsense, nonsense only. The class of non-self, anaham, anatma varga. So where is this prapancha seen? Where the prapancha is totally absent. Now tell me, where can you say the prapancha is absent? Where is the anatma absent? Or where is the anatmatva not there? Let us put it this way. You understand what is the anatmatva? Tva is added to mean ness. Okay? If there is a small pot, a big pot, a red pot, a black pot, a clay pot, a metal pot, what is common in all the pots? Potness. What is common in all the pots is potness. So it means that when we have to say potness, how will we say that in Sanskrit? Ghatatvam. Okay. So there is a black cow, a white cow, a dwarf cow, a stout cow, an old cow, a young cow. What is common in all the cows? Cowness, which means gotvam, like that there is. So the body is anatma, the pranas are anatma. Yeah, obviously the table, chair, all these things, clothes, you call that as anatma. Okay, but body, pranas, mind, they need a special attention and discrimination to be recognized as anatma. Okay, So what is all this? These are all anatmas. Okay, anatmas. I say, okay. So what is there in them? Anatmatvam. Okay. Like that property like of ghatatvam is there in the big ghata, small ghata. Okay. Like what is there in all these things? Anatmatvam. Anatma. Then what happens is, over here is that my question to you is, where is the anatmatvam totally absent? Because whatever has got anatmatvam will be called as anatma. Whatever has got the potness will be called as pot. Whatever has got cowness is called as cow. Like that, whatever has anatmatvam will be anatma. Where is the anatmatvam absent? In the atma. Anatmatvam is absent in the atma. So therefore, now we are going to say that atma vastuni. So nishprapancha atma vastuni prapancharopaha. Where is this prapancha seen? Where the prapancha is not there. Where is the anatmatvam seen? Where is the anatma seen? Where the anatma is totally absent, meaning the anatmatvam is totally absent. Got it? Now tell me, Rajju will have Rajjutvam or will the Rajju have Sarpatvam? So if so Sarpa is absent in the Rajju means there is no Sarpatvam at all. Like that, Atma does not have Anatmatvam. But where is this Anatmatvam seen? The entire, therefore, where is the Anatma seen? In the Atma. Where is the Prapancha seen? In that what is? The definitions will come, Unniji. Those definitions, even from the Vishnu Purana, etc., will come. Okay? But you can just keep this. Nishprapancha Atmavastuni. The prapancha is seen in that what is nishprapancha. Where is the prapancha seen? That what is nishprapancha. What is it that is nishprapancha? Atma. And therefore, where is the prapancha? In the Atma. Exactly like the sarpa in the rope. Exactly like the silver in the nacre. Nishprapancha Atmavastuni Prapancha. To see the Prapancha itself is Aropaha. To experience the duality, if this duality is seen there in that non-dual self. And therefore, what is the status of this duality? It is Aropaha. It is the superimposition, like the silver in the nacre, like the serpent in the snake in the robe, or like the Purusha in the Hanu. Okay? Is that line clear? All of you. Nishprapancha Atmavastuni Prapancharopaha. Now the question comes, we have something more to derive from the examples. Okay? So the examples have to deliver maximum what it can give. So let us see if something more can be extracted from the example. Ayam adhyaropaha vastu ajnanat agataha. Vastu means that what is vastavikam, really there. Out of these two, the sarpa, the snake, and the rope, both of them are experienced by you, yet to what will you attribute the property of being real? To the rajju only, to the rope. All right? And therefore, that rajju in our example is the vastu. Actually, vastu means Paramatma. Okay? Other than Paramatma, everything is avastu. Means Maya and Maya Karyam, we are going to see as avastu. Paramatma is vastu. But for our convenience sake, we are going to look at the example. So in our example of Rajju and Sarpa, the snake or the rope and the snake, rope is what you are going to say is real, and the snake you are going to say is was an appearance. So that what is appearance you don't call as real, na? That what is an appearance you don't call as real. You know, nowadays everywhere there is this everywhere they have done the decorations for the every street and corner has got this Ram temple decoration that is going on. So there are those big cutouts of light in you, night you see. So everywhere you see Ram carrying the bow and arrow of light. Yeah? At night, then you see that. So the question is that, and is there something like that Ram standing, or is it only the bulbs that are flickering in that particular thing? So it is an appearance, and what is there is only the bulbs over there, correct? So now you have one thing which is vastu. The rajju is called as the vastu. The sarpa is an appearance. So we have these two categories. One is satyam, the other one is mithya. Sarpa, the rajju, in our example, rajju is satyam and sarpa is mithya. And the Dashtanta part, Nishprapancha Atma Vastu is Satyam, and Anatma Prapancha is Mithya. Okay? ठीक है अभी तक this is okay till now. Okay? Have you understood the difference between Satyam and Mithya? So we have these two categories. Now comes the question as how did this adhyaropa take place? How did this appearance? Did I make it appear? Did you make it appear? So he says, no, sir, I did not make it appear. It has appeared by itself. Did you create this prapancha, anatma padartha? No. Then what happened? It has come by itself. And therefore, if it come by itself, maybe someone has created before me. No, sir, no one. And therefore, this is anadi only. So even if, so what happens? This prapancha The karanam of prapancha actually is anadi. So why? So because, and how did it come? Because of what? Because of ignorance, because of me not knowing that it is rope. Now the snake has appeared. Okay, I have experienced the snake only because of what? Not knowing. So also one more principle that you have found is that the adhyaropa is because of ajnanam, is because of ignorance. Ayam adhyaropaha vastu ajnanat agataha. And therefore, this even the experience of duality, which otherwise you are taking as real, is because of ignorance, not knowing. Now you look, anything that is projected by ignorance, can it be called as real? Like, go back to our examples, three examples yes given to you. You are ready to call the rope as real, the shell as real, the sthanu as real, but you do not accept the silver, the snake, or the Purusha to be real. Why? Because it is the outcome of ignorance. So anything which has come from ignorance, what happens to it? We don't attribute it. We don't attribute the property of being real to it. Okay. Ayam adhyaropaha vastu ajnanat agataha. So therefore, even in our case, the prapancha appears, is seen, is experienced because of ignorance. Because of ignorance. Tad agataha. And therefore it is also an appearance. The duality is also an appearance. Right. Furthermore, tad ajnanam eva. Now he is going to tell you that the Shastra has employed different words with different uh, implications for the same ajnanam. Like, the same person with reference to something will be called as father, with reference to some other person will be called as son, with reference to yet another person, he will be called as husband. With reference to yet another person, he will be called as a grandson. With reference to same person, you're referring to the same person, not that you're referring to different people. So there is one son, there is one grandson, there is one husband, there is one mama, there is one chacha. No, it is the same one person. Tad ajnanam eva, because something is, you want to explain about him. So that ajnanam eva, so also this ignorance itself is called as avidya, tamaha, mohaha, moola prakritihi, pradhanam, gunasamyam, avyaktam, maya, iti cha uchyate. How many words have you got for this? Ajnanam. So now you have understood Ajnanam. Ajnanam, avidya, tamaha, mohaha, moola prakriti, pradhanam, gunasamyam, avyaktam, maya. 9 words. Maya cha uchyate. So please do not, therefore, why is he giving you this line? Because even if those words are employed, you should know what is it that you basically are dealing with. What are you basically dealing with? Ajnanam eva. Because what is this ajnanam? The cause of adhyaropa. What is adhyaropa? Nishprapancha atmavastu, nishprapancha atmavastuni prapancharopaha. This is called as adhyarop. Maya cha uchyate. Now, next topic. Mula prakritir nama. When the Shastrakaras use the word, employ the word Mula Prakriti, what does it mean? What does at that time he wants to say is Mula Prakritir Nam Shukla Rakta Krishna Tantu Samudaya Rupa Rajvat Satvarajas Tamo Guna Samudaya Rupa. So when the Shastrakara or the Shastra wants to say that the three gunas, and they are so intricately woven together like a rajju, like a rope. If you observe the rope, what is a rope? So those are those fibers are just rolled together, intertwined together, okay, twisted together. And that is what makes the rope. So Mula Prakriti, when the Shastra uses the word Mula Prakriti, it means like a rope made from three strings, a white color string, a red string, and a Krishna, the black string. So Shukla Rakta Krishna Tantu Samudaya Rupa Rajjuvat. What is the Rajju basically? Tantu Samudaya. What is it? It is a Tantu Samudaya, the strings together. But is it just simply kept three strings together? No. It goes rolled into twists. So it is together and intricately together, and that is what makes it strong. So Raj, Shukla, Krishna, Raktatantu Samudaya, Rupa Rajjuvat. What is it? Sattva, Rajas, Tamo, Guna Samudaya, Rupa. It is the collection of these three gunas. Guna means, also one of the meanings of the gunas is, of course, you know, it means quality, but it also means that what binds. The rope itself is also called as guna. Okay, because with the rope, what do you do? Not that you just simply use the rope to hang. Rope, you bind. So like that, this sattva, rajas, tamo guna samudaya rupa, because these all the three gunas are responsible and they become the bondage. That's why they are called as the gunas. Asyaha pralayo mahasushuptishcha nama. Now, when, say, suppose if we untwist the rope, what will happen? We will be able to lay the strings straight. Now, when the strings are laid straight, will they do any karyam of the rope? No. So exactly like that, as if it means that the rope has gone to sleep because it is not doing any karyam. So also, when these gunas are no longer intertwining with each other and they are in the position of equilibrium, in the in of equilibrium, guna samya is there. That is called as the pralaya, which means mahasushupti, the great sleep. It is not like the sleep that we have during the day or night. Mahasushupti. Asyaha pralayo mahasushuptishcha nama. अस्यां मूलप्रकृतौ अनन्तकोटिजीवाः स्वस्वकर्मवासनाभिः सह जतुपिण्डे सुवर्णरेणवः इव सृष्टेः पूर्वं लीना वर्तन्ते. What happens in this Moola Prakriti? Anantakoti Jivaha. Innumerable. Anantakoti actually means, over here, what do we want to say? Innumerable. That is Koti and Anantakoti. You can use this to mean that jivas of different types. Anantakoti and variety. Because, you just look at the people and you find that, everybody is, if one of his own kind. One of his own kind. So, Asya Moola Prakritau, in this Moola Prakriti itself, Ananta Koti Jivaha, all these Jivas, they exist in the Moola Prakriti. Swaswa Karma Vasana Bhihi, along with the Karma Vasanas. Karma Vasanas means now they are already carrying, the entire, what do they call? The what that person is going to experience in his life as a result of which karma. All this data is already set with them. Swaswa, who not Ishvara is not doing anything over here. It is only, oh God, why are you giving me this pain? Why are you putting me through this? No. Hey, it has come to you because of your own karma. Not that Ishvara is enjoying giving you some difficult time. Okay, otherwise, oh, Ishvara is trying to give me this difficult time. No, Ishvara has got, why should Ishvara do this? Ishvara will set you free. So over there, Ananta Koti Jivaha Swaswa Karma Vasana Bhi, with along with their Karma Vasanas. Jatupinde, like in the lump that is extracted from the gold mine. If you see the lump of earth that is extracted from the gold mine, you find that there are several small gold particles. It is not that you get gold. One bangle has come out of the gold mine. No. Jatupinde. That's why you will see that there are even, I don't know, haven't seen very recently, but in our childhood, we used to see there were this class of people who would sit by some gutters and things like that with a thing to very fine, इसको क्या बोलते हैं चलनी को इंग्लिश में? What is a chalni called?
Sieve.
Sieve. Okay, sieve. And they used to sit and get some small gold particles. Then they will go sell it and then buy their bread every day. So small gold particles are there in that jatupinda, in that lump of clay that is brought out. And if you look at it, it shines when it comes, but the shine is like the Renava, the particles will shine. Like that Jatupinde Suvarna Renavaha iva. Srishte Purvam Lina Vartante. And therefore, before this whole the tangible world comes into existence, all of these are sitting into this Mula Prakriti, like the Suvarna Renu, like the gold particles, where in the lump of clay. Now, that same Prakriti will also become this world of names and forms. But the Swarna Renu will go inside that Jiva, will go and assume one name and form, and then he will say, Aham so and so, I am this and that, and so on and so forth. Over there, Srishte Purvam Lina Vartante, and this they are sitting into this Mula Prakriti like the gold particles, as if lean, as if they are dissolved into it, one into it. Lina Vardante. And then those Swarna particles is not just what you see on the outer surface. Inside also there are there. And so Lina Vardante. Ayam Anubhavaha Sakala Jananam Sushuptyavasthayam Asti. This experience, which experience? Suvarna Renavaha Iva Srishte Purvam Sak Anantakoti Jivaha Mula Prakritau Vartante. This is the experience that everybody has. Sakala Jananam. It is not some special person's experience. Oh, this is the experience of one, some prophet. No. Sakala Jananam. Sakala Janin thing. Unexceptionally. Sakala Jananam Sushupti Avasthayam Asti. Okay. Now he is actually telling you why is all this called as Mahasushupti. This Mula Prakriti is Pralaya is called as Mahasushupti. Why is it called so? We will, this line and the next line makes it clear. So we will see this when we meet for our next session. We can stop over here. So therefore, today, what all things did we understand? One is the Adhyaropa. This Adhyaropa comes through ignorance. Adhyaropa is called as superimposition. And Nishprapancha Atma Vastuni Prapancharopa is called as the superimposition, whose cause is ignorance. This ignorance itself is called with various names, out of which Mula Prakriti is one name. This Mula Prakriti is Trigunatmika with three gunas, and this Mula Prakriti is the pralaya of this Mula Prakriti is called as Mahasushupti. Then in this Mahasushupti of the Mula Prakriti, all the jivas, all the beings who claim themselves to be experienced, etc., are all as if sitting in an unmanifest way. How are they sitting? In unmanifest way, like the Jatupinda, like the Suvarna Renus in the Jatupinda. This is what we have seen. So furthermore, what comes? Let us see in the next section. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaha Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutrabhashkritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Thank you all. Thank you very much.